Yo, what's up, people? This is LB the Realist with Surrealistic Studios, Surreal News, where the real is surreal. So, in this video, I wanted to go ahead and break down some of the stats according to the National Review that I seen in an article. This is information on Super Tuesday, which the candidates for president will receive about a third of the delegates needed to lock up the nomination. They need 1,991 delegates to get the nomination, and currently, like I said, I think Bernie Sanders is at 56 and Biden is at 51, so it's like real close. Pete Buttigieg has about 26 delegates. So again, this is according to the National Review, Super Tuesday results. They expect for California, there's about 415 delegates up for grabs. Sanders walks away with 35.3%, Warren about 17%, Biden 11%, and that's for the state of California. So California, Bernie's gonna win big out here. A lot of votes have already been casted. We have until March 3rd. March 3rd is Super Tuesday, so we shall see what the final results look like. For Texas, there's 228 delegates up for grabs. Sanders, they have him at 28.3%, Biden at 20.3%. So about 8% difference there in Texas. Bloomberg coming in at 19.7%. So there's been some talks about how Biden is closing in on Texas. Some people, I believe YouGov had Biden winning Texas. So I disagree. I think Bernie Sanders is going to win in California, and I think he's going to win in Texas. Again, this is my optimism. But according to the polls, the polls back up my optimism, in this case at least. Not in the last case, South Carolina, but this case, the polls actually match my level of enthusiasm. All right, so Bernie wins Cali, Bernie wins Texas. Now, North Carolina, this is where it gets interesting. North Carolina, they have 110 delegates up for grabs. They say Biden will win this. According to National Review, Biden will win North Carolina as well as South Carolina at 25%. Sanders comes in a close second at 22%, and then Bloomberg at 17%. We all know Bloomberg is now on the polls. He's now at the polls, so he's on the ballot, so people will be able to vote for him at the polls. He wasn't on the ballot in the first 4 contests, so this should be interesting. So again, Biden wins North Carolina. I think Bernie, I'm hoping Bernie closes that gap in North Carolina and he takes that win. If he does win it, it will probably be by a few percentage points. All right, moving on. Virginia, 99 delegates are up for grabs. Sanders walks away with the victory, according to National Review, at 25%. Bloomberg comes in second at 19.5%, and Biden at 18.5%. So Bernie Sanders wins Virginia. Massachusetts has 91 delegates up for grabs. Sanders comes in at 24.7%. Warren at 20.7%, which is not too far off there, but we'll see. Massachusetts is Warren's home state. So if she loses Massachusetts, there's been a lot of talks of her dropping out, or people or pundits that say she should drop out because that is her home state, and it would be embarrassing for her to keep going if she loses where she's from. But again, Sanders 24.7%, Warren at 20.7%, and Buttigieg at 13.3%. So Buttigieg comes in at third. So we'll see if Warren can make up the remaining 3 percentage points. We'll see. I think Bernie Sanders is going to win her home state. Colorado, 67 delegates are up for grabs. Sanders comes in at 30.5%, and then Warren at 17.5%, and Buttigieg at 13%. Now, the last state they have here is Utah. I don't believe this is all of the states. This is just a few of them. Let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states. Utah, 29 delegates up for grabs. Sanders comes in at 27.5%, and in a distant second, Bloomberg ties with Elizabeth Warren at 14.5%, and that is for Utah. So, like I said, there's a lot of delegates up for grabs here, the bulk of which is in California, my home state. And I think Bernie Sanders is going to win California big. That's what the polls show. The polls show Bernie Sanders winning California, Texas, Virginia, Massachusetts, Colorado, as well as Utah, losing North Carolina to Biden by only a few percentage points. So we'll see where this goes, folks. These are the Super Tuesday predictions according to National Review. I threw in a little bit of predictions for me and what I think will happen. I wasn't right on South Carolina, but I was being extra optimist. I was being an extra optimist. So on this one, I'm gonna be a little optimistic, a little more realistic. According to the polling, Sanders will win big Super Tuesday. So don't count him out yet, folks. Apparently we can't count Biden out because he won very big in South Carolina, and he is the establishment choice. Well, at least one of them. Now there's been talks about his campaign is not really doing so well as far as financing goes. So he hasn't been really campaigning in these Super Tuesday states, nor does he have a lot of money invested. So we'll see if he gets more endorsements. We'll see if he gets more money, and if that energizes his campaign more than what is physically and realistically possible at this point. Super Tuesday is in 2 days now, so we'll see what happens, people. Yeah, I think it's over for Biden. I don't think he has a chance in hell. That's just my opinion. All right, until next time, remember, love, peace, and light. Catch you guys on the next one. I'm out. Oh yeah, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I always say that because if you don't say it and people don't know to do it. All right, folks, I'm out.